Hello, and welcome to Recent Thoughts, the show where I generally just talk about general topics, internal conflicts of mine and feelings as well for about 15 minutes. Today's episode involves the topic of hopes for the future, suggested by Samuel Turner. Thank you for the comment and the suggestion. I would be glad to talk about that. As always, feel free to put me in the background. This is a podcast and just, play a game, enjoy your time, or just listen to me and look at this wonderful pixel art background that I have pasted into the video. As always, I have my timer on 15 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. Right. What are my hopes for the future? That is a very interesting and also a very scary thought for me. Not because I'm afraid of the future. I've had friends that actually are afraid of the future. And I never really got that. I never really got the topic of being afraid of growing up and being an adult in the future. I've always thought of it, and as any kid would do, as holy hell, I am free to do whatever I want. I'm gonna be over 18. I'm gonna have adult money with which to finance literally everything I want. And that mindset hasn't really, it has changed, but it hasn't really completely changed. Generally, my hopes for the future is I really wanna continue content creation. I feel like content creation has been a hobby of mine for as long as I can remember being on the internet. Whereas people got into, competitively playing games very well, like shooters, Apex, CSGO, Valorant. I'm over here recording a 15-minute video of what my hopes for the future are, and for me, personally, it's way more fun to talk to people online than to play against them. And don't get me wrong, I still play a bunch of games, but I feel like this is more of a hobby that I could do for a long time, and I sure as hell hope that I keep doing it. Even when I am older and have less time because of my job, right? Going into this topic, hopes for the future, I really hope I finish law school. And I'm saying that with the least amount of confidence I've had in my life, because it's hard. It's incredibly hard. I don't have to tell you that law school is hard because you know that it is. But it's so incredibly fun, and I sure do hope that I actually, pass law school. I've never had a job or a type of job where I genuinely feel like it's fun to do it. And I've had quite a lot of jobs. I've been working in a pizzeria. I've been working in an ice cream shop. I've been handing out newspapers, everything that a kid that hasn't passed high school could do. And I don't feel like doing anything math related, or like something like an engineer would do, or an architect, right? I've always had this kind of goal for, like, I wanna make good money, because why? Good things cost good money. And you can argue against it, being like, oh yeah, not everything quality wise costs good money. But even from a life perspective, if you want to have any kind of insurance, you have to pay a lot, right? If you want to have, any kind of good life, a good house, anything else, you can argue as much as you want, being like, oh yeah, I want to be independent and I don't want to have a 9-to-5 job. But eventually you're gonna realize that either you have an incredible amount of luck in, for example, entertainment, which I, for one, will not have. I have had luck with 2 channels. I've gotten them viral. I've gotten a TikTok viral, Reddit viral, Twitter viral, whatever the hell, right? But that's nothing. It's nothing compared to the work entertainers put in, the luck they get. Not because of their good work, right? But you gotta have a good amount of luck, and you have to put in so many hours, so many working hours, so many creative hours into what essentially is a very, very risky career. And so my hopes for the future are, going back to that topic, I want to have a steady and consistent lifestyle. I don't want to... I like consistency. I don't like when things change a lot. And, you know, you probably... some people of you might probably watch Markiplier. This guy loves change. He couldn't care less if his channel died from day to day. But that's a thing I can't afford. Like, that's not a thought I can afford right now, because my life is inconsistent right now, as inconsistent as it has never been before, pretty much. And I can't financially risk doing inconsistent stuff. I wanna have a good life. I don't feel like I want to throw away my life just because I want to be lazy and I want to play games or watch movies. Over the time of me growing up with games, with gaming, and, you know, it being literally my first priority in having a hobby and, you know, enjoying what I like. I love to watch movies. I love to watch Disney movies, animated movies. I like to play a lot of games, right? But I've realized that I don't think I want this to be my job. And I don't want to be dependent to the point where I would prioritize playing a game over meeting up with a person. And I don't want to prioritize playing a game above having a better life. And so I'm currently doing everything possible, everything I can, to put in as much work into my career as possible. And I've already said this. If it came down to choosing law school or choosing content creation, I would give up this channel in a heartbeat. It's not because I want to have a good life only, it's because I just genuinely enjoy doing it. And it's very rare to have something like this that actually gets you money. Yeah, I would give this up in a heartbeat. I don't know how anybody else feels about it, and I'm very interested in how you guys feel about it. If you could give me a couple of comments to brainstorm about, to read through. Most of you are probably not at the point of choosing, but I've seen so many people just saying, whatever the future holds, I'll tackle it. I just want to enjoy my life, and I just want to, you know, play games, right? There's nothing bad with enjoying your life, right? But I feel like I have to put in the amount of work now and in the future to secure a good lifestyle. And that's what my hopes are. And that's why I'm doing everything possible. And that's why currently in this recording, I am going to be recording about 10 to 13 videos today, just so that I won't have any problems with videos in the next semester, because right now I'm having vacation off of university, and so that's what I'm doing. I think that's the two most important hopes for the future. Again, I'm not afraid of the future. Whatever comes, and, you know, whatever it gives me, I'm gonna take. Whatever it takes from me, I'm gonna give, essentially. But I'm sure as hell will just cling on to having a career and making money, you know, having a good life, as well as possible, I think. Um, Other than that, I'll have to think. Like, I haven't really thought a lot about the future. I know that I'll be very preoccupied with work, but I think my hopes for the future essentially, and this is very material, right? This is incredibly material, and I know for sure that there's some people that are not going to be enjoying that, but I want to have a house. I've never lived in a house. I've never had the privilege to live in in a single house. I've lived in apartments. I live in an apartment right now with my parents, right? And we have a 2-story apartment, whatever the hell. It's very nice and comfy, right? But I really want to have a house because, screw neighbors, screw having neighbors. I want to scream my lungs off. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but I hate being quiet. I've always been a very loud kid. It's probably also why I enjoy playing music, and I enjoy, playing music, singing, and I've been in choirs, I've been in bands, whatever the hell, right? Or not in bands, I've been in collaborations. I cannot shut up. I genuinely cannot shut up. It's problematic when you have people around you. And I can't scream in here. I wish I could, but I can't. So that's why, I want to have a type of residence where no one will bother me. And also, as hope for a future, there you go, further strengthening, having a career and making a good amount of money. And then I might think about, I would say, making how's it called? Making my content better, to be fair. I've always dreamt about having kind of like a recording studio in my basement. Just a separate room of where I could record, where I could play games, and then not stream, but like record. I back when I was into music a lot, I always dreamt of having a recording studio where I could just record my music, and that's what I want. That's what I want. This goes hand in hand with growing up, I feel like, because most of the hopes for the future that I've had, for example, being a YouTuber and being a streamer, was very immature of me. And it came from a place where, for example, in high school, I did not have any motivation to learn, study, or do anything for my future whatsoever. And I feel like in these 2 years, I've changed drastically to the point where now I think a bit more realistically. And people might think that it's very annoying, right? Because every parent and every other adult says, oh yeah, you gotta have a job, right? You gotta do whatever you want to do or whatever you have to do to secure your future. But just, I don't know, there's a bit of truth in that as well. But there's also truth in being independent and doing whatever you want to do with your life, since you only live once, right? But it's not worth throwing away years of doing nothing. I'm gonna give this suggestion. Find something that you genuinely enjoy doing, except of the hobby that you're doing. Might it be through internships? Might it be through everything else? It doesn't have to be a job. What am I talking about? But like, find something that you like and you want to do in life, and you don't feel like you're gonna get bored of it. And like, there's a big difference between being bored of something and genuinely like putting in the work, it being hard. Law is very hard, and I'm good with that. I'm fine with that, right? But I feel like if I put enough work into this, it might pay out, and it still might be fun, right? And so that are kind of my hopes for the future. I'm not afraid of it to come. I'm just prepared to put a massive amount of work, and I'm telling you, a massive amount of work into content creation and also law school and the job and everything else. And I'm probably going to be fighting over this. I'm going to be fighting for it. And I don't fear putting in and going the extra mile just to fight for this, because giving up is, I don't know. I've been fighting for this my entire life, my content creation. I've been fighting for over a year now, for, you know, finishing my law degree, and I have a very bumpy and very long road ahead of me. And I sure hope for the future me that I will succeed. And I'm going to be fighting for it, right? We have about 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here you go. We got 15 minutes filled. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Samuel Turner, for asking this question. I felt like I had to dance around the stick a bit more, but that's just because I'm trying to improvise and I don't have a script in front of me. So I'm sorry if I was dancing around the stick, as I said. If you want me to talk about anything else, feel free to post it down in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next session of Recent Thoughts.